Welcome everyone to today's duel video. Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh! That's still a thing on my channel. Worlds has definitely inspired me to play at least somewhat regularly again. I won't promise that it's going to be super regular, like every day or something like that. Maybe two every week. But I'm going to say that as a max because there's other interests as well, other things I want to do, and especially when school starts again in just under a month from now. It's going to be hard for me to keep things up, but Worlds happened. I'm trying to get used to some of the newer cards, get used to a lot of new things. Somehow, when I went to Rated earlier, I'm still not sure why I went for Rated to get back into it immediately. I used a Chamber deck from last year, and somehow I beat Alter Guys, even though I really didn't know what they did. I needed a lot of reading time, which sort of annoyed the opponent, but they were nice enough to allow me to do that, and then eventually I did beat them, which I was happy about. So I guess that's on Dueling Book still only wins in Rated, but I haven't played Rated too much, so that doesn't say too much. Unrated, I've definitely been beaten before, as my record in the description does show. Let's see, what do we have here? A lot of the for hires. Yeah, I'm using for hire because thanks to Duel Links, I knew quite a few of the cards already. Problem is, I didn't really open with that many that I liked. I have instant fusion. I can make a synchro. I have some synchros. I don't know what they're playing. I could just play Don Dragster. Play a synchro. Monster Reborn for later. I think it might just be the play because I have Mayhem. Yeah. Let's do that. I want to have something. Although I could keep it for later. I don't even know if I'll draw into another for hire. In my rank duel, I had a really nice opening. No, it wasn't rank duel. It was because rank duel was Chamber. I had a really nice opening in the previous deal I did before, just to get a bit of a feel for the deck, and I was able to summon first turn Volgo and then two other monsters, and I played against some new zombie synchro deck. I forget their name. I don't summon this. I summon this. Oh yeah, it comes from extra deck, so it goes here. Need to remember that too. Still haven't done too much of that, especially after a while. Normal summon. Synchro Shokan? I don't know. What does FA stand for again? Something athlete? FA Don Dragster! Let's go! I want to put it in defense. Can't change it now. Gonna set you. Set you. Set you. May have nice in the middle, see what happens. That wasn't the opening I was hoping for. Let's see what they have. If you were here since my Dueling Network videos, you know that I sometimes took deck requests. I guess I'll take them, but I'm not going to note them down like I used to in like a notebook and do them in order. I'll just every now and then, if I feel like doing a deck request, then I'll just look through the comments of some of the recent duel videos, not even all, just the last 2, 3 or something, choose something that I like and then do it. But I'm not going to write anything down, so I'm not going to confirm that I'll ever get to your deck. But if you have a suggestion, something you'd like to see me play, then feel free to leave it in the comments, and I might just get to it. There's not making any promise that it will happen. Okay. I want to play FA as well. This seems like a really interesting archetype to play. And that new archetype that I was playing with the zombies with the synchro, like level 2 that can keep bringing itself back, even if it's using synchro material, because synchro material is in the grave before the synchro monster is summoned. Ooh, fancy. We got a polymerization. Hero family, Masked Heroes. I have the Hero family deck that's one of the few that I don't need to alter whatsoever. I think I needed to take one thing out of the extra deck, because it might have been Dagusto Emerald or side deck that something I was considering that can't be used anymore. Might have been Maxi, considering that's not forbidden. Since the last time I seriously played, which, if you check when the last duel video was, that was November last year. Just shows that school took priority and that stuff happened. Okay, let's see what they have. Wait, I could negate that with Dawn Dragster. Megalo. Yeah, I made a mistake. I should have just gone for that. I should have slept that with Dawn Dragster, because that was dangerous. Misplays happen, especially if you just have to learn the deck. Unfortunately, that's me done. That was bad. So I don't even have Mystical Space Typhoon. Draw. Like, I can Reborn Dumpa and then special summon Recon and then take out 0. But then they'll take me out. Although, no. It goes to the graveyard and then I can just call by the grave, banish it, and it won't do anything. And then I can... Wait, then I can't Monster Reborn the thing back. Because I need to Mayhem it. So if I Mayhem and then Reborn, I can bring Dawn Dragster in. Then potentially I have a Link 2. Well, that's something I definitely need to do first. And I need to take a face-up monster. So I need Dompa. Because I can take out face-up things. It's a lot of things I have to learn, and through making these mistakes, I'll learn, oh yeah, I can do that. For example, I just realized, oh yeah, I could have used Dondraxis to stop polymerization, would have probably been a good idea. And through practicing a lot, I can just learn things and get more experience with it and know better combos. But just continuously trying things and finding things out. Effect, 2 special modifier higher from the hand. Oh yeah, they have a set card. It's totally in the corner, I didn't realize it was there. Dumpa's other effect. Poof. Call by the grave, I understand that it's mostly used against hand traps. So once your opponent controls... Target absolute 0. Banished. Its effects are negated, and any activated effects on the field, activated effects and effects on the field of monsters with the same original name stopped as well. So if there would be another absolute 0, that would activate its effects until the end of the next turn. So that's their turn as well. Okay, I'll banish it for you, I guess. Effects are negated. I'm fine there. No, I can't summon another for higher, so then I can't take out a set card. I can summon one of these. No, they're both beasts. I can't use them both for Folgo if I summon something else. On the field, and putting a target to destroy them. Ooh! I like that idea. And then Monster Reborn later for Dawn Dragster? Activated. No, just to be safe, I'll play it before. I think, unless I want something from theirs. Abyss Megalo? No. Dawn Dragster. Monster Reborn. Target my Dawn Dragster. That can't be summoned, right? Yes, okay. Vroom vroom, Dawn Dragster summons itself. And then Arario! Mirai no Michibiki Sakita! Link Shokan! Firefighting! Darumadal! And they're both beasts, so I can do that. Yeah. And using its effect. Oh. Each field. I was like, why does it say them? I just read it, but I already said it. I'm gonna chain. Once in the opponent's graveyard. I didn't realize that part, so that's unfortunate, but I already activated it, so that's a thing. Gonna banish you. What do I have? There's another. Ooh, that would have been really annoying. Good thing that that's gonna. Although Don Draxler would have been able to stop it. Let's go to certain opponents must be battle. You can check one of these. Okay. Let's go. The Rumadal attack directly. 100 attack for each piece, destroy a winged piece on the field. That's one, because that's itself. So it has 1600 attack. And then Dawn Dragster at 21. Looking pretty nice. Absolute zero gone. They have 3 cards left, and I have a way to stop spells and traps. The problem is I don't have any hand cards or anything to play with anymore. Only if the Rumadal destroys a monster by battle. Doesn't need to go to the graveyard, but as long as it destroys a monster by battle, I can get one of my little for hires back. Let's see what the opponent has in this hero deck. More fusions. Shadows. Shadows is okay? Must be, considering this TCG OCG. I must have completely forgotten about it. I think even if I haven't made many duel videos, I have made a few news and discussion videos, including the Forbidden Unlimited list, and I very vaguely remember saying something about Shadows. But I don't even remember that. Wow, I really have been out of this. Like at Worlds, I was surprised. Like, whoa, Altergeist and Goki both do well. Even if but if I would have paid attention to the World Championship qualifiers, and especially in Europe anyway, I would have seen it. I remember I was wanting to watch it, but I couldn't for some reason. I think it must have been during school, and yeah. Then I just never watched the back, and I was like, whoa, Goki Altergeist Trickstar in the top 4 main event. Goki winning Dragon Duel, Altergeist almost winning Top Cup, but it's Trickstar, even though like 3 Trickstar cards were seen the entire thing. I can't do anything there. That's a warrior. Pretty sure I can't do anything there. So that's 200. They have a Blaze Wheel, of which the effects would have been negated would they have summoned it this turn, because Call by the Grave is until the end of the next, I believe. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong on any of these things, please, because as long as it's like nice constructive comments, then I'm perfectly fine with it. One, because it's always nice to like get some feedback into how I can improve. It's just nice to hear positive comments. And I want to learn how these decks play, so if you have a tip for combos or things I could have done, as long as you say it in a nice way, then please do. See, that's a level 8, so I can't normal summon it. I guess it's just Batoru. Looking decent, however, they have a Blazeman, so thinking back about things, I shouldn't have used the Rumadal's effect because I would have wanted to keep my set card, and I would have been able to stop their set card with Dragster. Although, then that would have allowed Shadows to take me out. I know now that I can stop polymerization, though, with Dawn Dragster. So let's see if they're going to try to do the same thing. So unsummon effect for polymerization. One Blazeman effect per turn only once a turn. Dawn Dragster's level reduced by 2. Negate the activation of polymerization and destroyed. And because I dropped to level 5, only 1500 attack, however that's still not something Blazeman can overcome. I wonder what they're doing with Megalo. Is it just there to be a water thing, or do they have more waters? I assume so, because otherwise why would you run Megalo instead of any other water monster? I guess Megalo's better than some waters, but there's a lot of waters that might probably do better in Elemental Heroes, such as Elemental Hero Ocean, which is an Elemental Hero, and it's something that might help with your polymerization as well. So they likely have more waters. Let's see, how much did I disrupt them with my Dawn Dragster? Wasn't able to show too much of like the for higher super combos than I would have liked. I think my previous duel that I had an unrated when I was just getting into things would have been a really nice one to see, where I had full go and then Rafali and Wiz. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. There's gonna be an absolute zero. But this is what I would have wanted Call by the Grave for, because then I could have banished one of their cards and then they just couldn't resolve it. Or they could. Didn't they banish Blazeman already? Like, it's one thing to make a mistake and then immediately correct it, but he banished it at 1604, but only put it back at 1619 after looking at my graveyard and other things. That's too late. I'm not going to allow it. It'll have to be Blazeman plus something else. Check my graveyard. Banished Blazeman. Then their own graveyard. It's legal. Absolute Zero only needs a hero, and that Elemental Hero Blazeman is a hero. You can use it. It's from your field or the graveyard. Like, it's over 10 seconds, over 5 seconds even to correct a misclick. It was 15, so that's too late. And like after even checking their own graveyard and realizing, oh wait, this is wrong, they even checked my graveyard. Too late. You made a legal. It probably lagged. You said different things earlier. If it was lag, if it probably lagged, then why'd you bring it up now? You just said you didn't see Stratos. Well, if he didn't see Stratos, he just gave himself a legit reason to force him to use. Like, I would assume that the judge would then force him to use Blazeman. Because if you didn't, that just shows his intent of banishing Blazeman. No? You didn't see Stratos just gives you, just proves you had intent of banishing Blazeman. Please banish it. I'm gonna stick to it. I know this is... No, I'm just gonna stick to it. They were too late, and they just even gave themselves a reason why they're... You cannot, in the middle of doing something, change what you feel is a better move. Still don't understand what it means with it took long. If it took long, then why were you checking? Why were he checking my graveyard? Oh, that was me. Never mind. The intent at this point, after what he said, was clear, and the move was legal anyway. It's the normal gameplay rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! You cannot change back a move. Like, if it was a misclick on Dueling Book, then if you change it back almost immediately, then that's okay. But you didn't do it immediately. You did 15 seconds later. 15 seconds later, and you even said by "I didn't see Stratos," you showed the intent of banishing Blazeman. So then it just cannot happen. That's how it is. Thank you. The duel shall resume. I was at 1500, so that loses me 1000 life points. It's banished. Shadow Cell in the grave, nothing else I can use. This thing's gonna be annoying to deal with, especially considering both of my Call by the Graves are gone. I need something very fancy. Now, Rafale could stop his effect if I had multiple cards in my hand, so put a Desires into a small for hire and then any for hire would be nice. Mayhem. Problem. I can Mayhem into either Recon or Dumpa. I would choose Dumpa. Dumpa would then summon Rafale. Then Dumpa's effect would take out Absolute Zero. And then Rafale, unfortunately, can't stop it because I don't have another for hire card, but I feel I do need to do that. Because otherwise he's going to attack me more, and especially if it has another monster, there's going to be a problem. I think I need to do it then, just hope for Heart of the Cards later, so I'll just hope he runs out of things he can do. Target, Dumpa. I don't want to lose for Folly, but I feel I have to take out Absolute Zero here. Take out the Zero. And unfortunately, Call by the Grave. It's only until the end of the next turn. So both of my monsters are out. Would have really liked to have another for hire to be able to just negate that. I have no cards whatsoever, and he has 3 in his hand. And if he has another Miracle Fusion, he can just use these 2. Don't know what he has, because the Blaze Man and the Polymerization that he searched for, he's already used. So let's just see what he has. I'm ahead in life points, but he has resources. I can summon things back, I guess, but I only have 2 Mayhem in my deck. So that's that gone. I've used my Monster Reborn. So, Pot of Desires would be nice. I have 2 more of those. Instant Fusion's not going to do me anything. Wasn't really the best opening would have hoped for. Would have hoped for at least 1 Rafali or Wiz in my opening hand alongside something small. That would have been very nice. Go for it. They just have a Blaze Man into Polymerization. What would have happened with this duel if I negated the original Polymerization? What would have happened with this duel if I didn't use the Ruma's effect? I don't know. Stratos would then have been able to take out Dawn Dragster. But then maybe Daruma would have been able to do something. I don't remember exactly everything that happened. You've already used a Blaze Man effect, and that was the adding poly. They do have Ocean, okay. Maybe like 3 Ocean and a Megalo just for another water. I have to deal with this thing somehow, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna lose it for hires. My last duel went so much better. But I guess I can't win everything. I did learn from this duel. They wouldn't have had their second Absolute Zero if I didn't destroy the thing last turn. I was just hoping they wouldn't have any resources really or anything big to use. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna keep this for later. It's for big moves. I'm not gonna use it for defense because then I still don't have any resources. I can't do anything with just 1 card. I need to hope I draw something good alongside this dump and that they don't deal 2900 damage on their turn. What is that? Reading. Normal summoned. This person level 4 lower hero monster from your hand. If this card summoned from the monster, something grave about a spell effect. For example, Polymerization. You can take a hero in the grave, special summon in defense position. Oh, that's nice. For the duel. And unfortunately, this time, I have lost. Thank you for watching the duel. I will see you in the next duel, Yu-Gi-Oh video, anything like that in the future. Goodbye.